Hello everyone, welcome back to Ayumilove channel for another Watch of Realms video. So in today's video, I'll be creating a guide on the Anti-Air DPS Arena Challenge. And I'll be showing you a unique strategy on how to clear the enemies fast before they even hit your base. Alright, so let me show you my team. Let me select one of this Arena Defense team. So for this showcase, right, I'll be showcasing Lunaria, who is one of the epic hero that you can obtain today by completing those events to get her shards. So if you do not know about this, right, you can head over to this summoning window and you can see there's a shard summon event. Currently I have already collected one copy of her, and then there's like some of the extra fragments to get her again. And you can see from these events, from this event calendar, you can see there's a lot of this event for Luneria to get her shards. Alright. Alright, so going back to my team formation, you can see that I have Lunaria at the Lord position because she can provide increased faction allies basic attributes by 10%. Basically, it increases the attributes of your heroes' attacks, HP and defense and those things. And the most important thing is it increases her allies' attack ranges by 1 tile. So as you can see, any heroes that falls under these faction members, right, they all will benefit from these two benefits. And she's not the only Lord hero for this Piercer faction. There's also another hero who is Araka. She's a legendary hero which also provides the similar benefits but even better. So she provides 15% basic attributes rather than 10% from Luneria, and apart from that, every tile away from the target increases their damage by 5% up to 50%. So if the enemies are like 5 tiles away, they gain 50% extra damage. This is really huge. But the downside for Araka is she's a ground unit rather than a tile, the platform unit. So you need to put her on the ground. But this is also a good thing where she does not, use up all of those tiles from your other archer heroes or the piercer heroes here. Okay, so these are the heroes. Alright, so let's get back to the team formation. So I have Luneria. If you have the Araka, you can use her in that position. Then I have Theowin. Theowin is also another epic hero that everyone can get, I think, by completing the quest or the adventure quest line or something like that. And what makes this hero good is because he can apply that AoE attack. Then you will obtain another archer here. For me, I got Idril, the orange hair girl. You can also get I think there's 2 more archers, I'm not sure what's their name. And then this is my legendary hero, she's an AoE attacker. And then finally, you will also get Marri. Marri is basically my crowd controller hero who can freeze as well as slow. Alright, let's start the battle. Alright, so at the start of the battle, what I'll do is I'll put in my epic hero Idril. Previously, her name is called Toriel. I'm not sure when did the developers have changed her name. Position here at this position, so that you can attack the enemies coming from this lane. As you can see, these are the red tiles that she can attack. And this is the extra tile, these 3 tiles that is provided by Luneria Lord position skill here. So while waiting for our cost to regenerate, I'll see our opponents are here. Basically, I think they haven't deployed yet because they want to deploy their most strongest legendary hero. Usually the legendary heroes will consume even more cost points. Okay, let's deploy our Theowin here to assist Toriel, and let's activate Idril's or Toriel's ultimate. The good thing about Idril's ultimate, right, she can cover the entire space. So she can attack all of the enemies here, but does not attack the enemies on the opponent side here. And this is my Theowin. I position him here so that he can slow down the enemies who are coming towards my portal here. So my Theowin is able to attack only these enemies within his range, so that's why he can attack these guys. That's the reason why I bring in Idril here to clear these enemies. Wow, this guy just wiped out the entire mobs of flies. Okay, so the guy used just Razak here. Alright. Okay, no need to worry. So with the help of Lunaria's position abilities, right, we are able to attack the enemies much more quicker compared to the opponent here. So we can wipe out the enemies faster. Okay, we round this one. We won this round. Okay, that's 60,000 damage to the enemy. Let's bring in our second AoE damage dealers. So there you can see it. Previously, Nick's range is only up to here, and now it's extended to up to here. So it's even more. So now I have at least 2 AoE attackers to clear the mobs of enemies. And then later I'll bring in Luneria to assist with the single target damage. Alright, so let's check out the enemies here. So the downside of Theowin is he's not able to slow down many enemies at once. That's why I need to have Marri to assist him. Okay, let's trigger our ultimates from all of our heroes here. Okay, we managed to finish the mobs of enemies. So we are more stronger than the opponent's side when dealing AoE damage. Let's trigger our Idril's ultimate, and now we can put on full auto. The reason why I put on takeover so that they can activate their ultimate during like auto battles for your arena defense team. So it's really important to put this on takeover mode. Go into time speed now. So let's see the opponent's side. So they use Setram as their main single target damage dealer, which is good. Then they also have they also deploy Luneria to increase their range. I think we won this round. The opponent isn't able to sustain.
Those who think they can tame the tide always end up drowning.
Alright, so let's check out the battle result here. So most of the damage dealt by Idril or Torel with 5.4 million damage, and then followed by Nyx, our vampire dagger hero, at 2 million damage. That will be Theowin at 1.7, then Lunaria at 46,000, as well as Marri at 15,000. Let's start off with our Lord hero, who is Lunaria, who is currently in the Fragment Summon event. So these are her total stats. She has around about 22,000 health. This one is not relevant because the enemies are not attacking them in arena. 10,000 attack. Ideally, you want to have close to 12 up to 15,000 attack. And then we have the attack interval, which minus 0.4 second. Ideally, you want it to be close to half, like 1.1 second or 1.2 second around there. So the faster that she attacks, right, then she can trigger, I think, her passive skill or something to throw out more arrows. Ideally, you want to have at least plus 100 to 150 speed. And she has almost 100% critical rate, 227% critical damage, and range regeneration of 30%. Right, so currently I'm having her in a whirlwind piece that provides her with additional 75 speed because I do not have many good speed substats on her equipment. So let's quickly go through the equipment here. You can see that I'm mainly prioritized on the attack bonus, critical rate, and critical damage. If you don't have many good critical rate substats, right, then you can use a critical rate bangle. Okay, so these are the stats for the ring, amulet, as well as the bangle. For skills, she's not fully booked out. She has like 3 skills not max here for her passive, 1 more skill left here, and then 1 more here. So this means that she needs around about 5 more skill crystals, these epic skill crystals, to max her fullest potential. She does not have any awakening. If she does, right, then she'll be able to enhance her abilities here, which means that she can trigger, whenever she triggers her skills, right, then she will benefit from additional attack speed and able to immobilize the enemies. Awaken 2 provides 200 attack. Awaken 3 increases the basic chance to trigger more attacks. Then Awaken 4, 25 attack speed. And finally, this one increases more give more benefits to the skills. Currently, I'm just gearing her in a legendary artifact. I'm not so lucky to get any mythical artifacts for her yet. Alright, so that's basically for Luneria. Let's move on to our second epic hero, who is Theowin. And this is my AoE attacker. He's really good in slowing down the enemies, so he can assist Marri to slow down multiple enemies as well as dealing AoE damage. Here are his total stats here. 19,000 health, 10,000 attack, 100% critical rate, 222% critical damage, 1.2 second attack interval. And yeah, so that's basically his total stats. And currently I'm gearing him similar to Lunaria. Whirlwind set provides 75 attack speed. The stats for this equipment is pretty bad. Ideally, you want it to have at least 15% and above, like 15% attack bonus, 15% critical rate, so that you can focus more on other better subsets like rage regeneration and critical damage. This is a critical rate bangle, attack bonus amulet, which is not that ideal, and then an attack bonus ring. Alright, so that's basically his gears. His skills are not fully maxed out, but I maxed out his most important skill, the Blade Hurl, for more damage, as well as his basic attack. For his passive skill, it basically increases the slow duration to like 0.6 seconds. For his awakening, I have already fully awakened him to awaken 5 by just creating lots of copies of him. You can create a copy of him through the what's this called? This hero fusion. Just get multiple copies of these girls, boys, and then this orc. Then I fuse multiple copies of him to get him to awaken 5. So for his artifact, I just gear him in the sharpshooter crest that allows him to deal 20% AoE damage when there are no enemies within 1 tile of him. Yeah, so this one is really useful for his skills, since his skills is mainly dealing AoE damage here. AoE damage. And yeah, but it's also AoE damage, I think. Yep, so that's basically for Theowin. Let's move on to our third epic hero, who is Idril, or also known as Toriel, the Wildwood Ranger. So here are her total stats. She has around about 24,000 health, 12,000 attack, 1.5 second attack interval, which is pretty low. Ideally, I want it to have around her to like 1 second, or close to 50% faster speed. This one is 206 attack speed, 110% critical rate. So I can, this additional critical rate, I can lower it down to improve the other stats here. Then 230% critical damage. Her skills are fully maxed out. She has full awakening. Basically, I get these awakening crystals from the tide. So if you do not know where to get epic soul stones, right, as a free to play player, you can go to this tide. Then complete this wave. Once you complete the wave, right, certain wave rewards this epic hero soul stone. The stone, which contains hero power, can aid in the awakening of epic heroes. They also provide ones for like legendary heroes like this one, but this one is mainly specific for Volca. So that's where on how you can awaken your Piercer heroes. For her artifact, I'm gearing her in a Nether Messenger, which increases the damage dealt to the same target by 5% with each consecutive hit up to 3 times. However, the effect will disappear if the hero switches to a different target. So ideally, you want to put her in a position where she can keep on attacking the same target rather than switching targets. So that's basically Idril. And our fourth epic hero, who is Marri. She's basically our crowd controller hero. So I just let her be 5-star because she doesn't really do much damage, but she's more of a hero that can slow down enemies. Alright, so these are her total stats. She has around about 4,000 attack, 1.1 second attack interval. This is the attack interval that you want for your heroes, at least close to 50%, so they can do like double attacks. Then 373 speed, 19.5% critical rate. Since she doesn't really do much damage, then I do not focus much on her critical rate and critical damage. She has around about 184% critical damage. But the most important part for crowd control is you want her to have very high attack speed and high amount of rage regeneration. Currently I have her at 59.5%. Ideally you want it to have like 100% so that she can perform AoE freeze to freeze those enemies before they can even reach to your base. So let's go through the gears. So this is the weapon, attack bonus, attack speed. This is the armor. I focus on attack bonus, critical rate, critical damage, HP bonus. Ideally you want to have attack speed. So this set is a calamity set that provides 25% attack. Ideally you want to get her in the whirlwind's speed set, provides 75 speed. So this one is an attack bangle. I think once I have sufficient gold, maybe I can get it to level 16 to get additional speed. And this one is an attack speed amulet with some rage regeneration. Then we have a rage regeneration ring with some HP defense attack. Ideally you want it to have some attack speed here. Okay, that's basically her gears. Her skills are not maxed out, but it's ideally to max her skills out because she provides a unique ability, which is to apply her passive skill Icicle, right? Attack trigger Icicles inflict slow upon the target for an extended duration. Meanwhile, targets inflicted with slow by Marri will receive vulnerability physical damage taken plus 10%, as well as vulnerability magic damage. So this one synergizes really well with Luneria, who can deal magic damage, while for your other heroes like Idril, Nyx, and Poro, right, she can also allows them to deal additional 10% more damage. And her slow is pretty good. It reduces the enemy speed by 75%. Okay, so that's basically her skills. So I need to have at least around about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 epic skill crystals to fully max her out, so that she can assist her heroes to deal even more damage. She only has 2 awakening. The first awakening allows her to have a 50% chance to produce icicles. Second awakening just improve her base HP. Third one is to increase the blizzard duration by 1 second. Awaken 4 just reduces her revival time by 10. And 5 is improve the duration for slow and freeze, as well as her basic ability freeze. And finally, our legendary hero Nyx is my second AoE damage dealer after Theowin. So these are her stats. She has around about 21,000 health, 13,000 attack. Her attack interval is super slow, 3.5 seconds. And after giving her with sufficient speed, right, I managed to like reduce it by 1.5 seconds, which results in 2 seconds. Her attack speed is around about 365, over 100% critical rate, 423% critical damage, and 70% rage regeneration. Alright, so let's go through the gears. So this is my attack weapon. I'm gearing her in a whirlwind set to provide additional 75 speed. This is her armor, not that great stats. This is a critical rate ring, which you can get from the gear rate tool, this Night Terror set. This one is really nice. This is a attack bonus amulet. And finally, this is a attack bonus ring, which average substats here. Ideally, you want to have attack speed on this substat or rage regeneration. Her skills is not fully maxed out. I only use the free skill Stardust. So here there's like 3 skills, not maxed yet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to have at least 9 more hero legendary skill crystals to fully max her out, so that she can deal even more damage and clear out all of those enemies. So this is the legendary skill crystals that I was referring to. I need these skill crystals, which is pretty rare to get in the game. The 2 ways you can get is to do the tide, and second way is to purchase them from the shop, which I do not recommend because it's super expensive unless you're a big spender. So it's under this dust pack window. You can purchase this for like 1 legendary skill crystal and 125 skill dust. I think it costs around more than 10 to 20 USD. Yeah, which is pretty expensive. And you can buy it 5 times per week. So for big spenders, right, they will have an edge over free-to-play players in terms of the legendary heroes dealing even more damage. So that's the end of our video covering how to clear the Anti-Air DPS Arena Challenge. If you have any questions, do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll answer them as soon as possible. And if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up And if you're new to my YouTube channel, you can click on the subscribe button as well as ringing the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!